Domestic warplane KAAN made its first flight. Germans showered praise. Erdoğan won a victory against the USA. Turkey's domestic warplane KAAN made its expected first flight yesterday. KAAN, which is expected to be the future flagship of the Turkish Air Force, stayed in the air for 13 minutes. On its first flight, rose to an altitude of 2,440 meters and reached a speed of 425 kilometers per hour, while the breathtaking and proud historical moments found wide coverage in the world press. The first flight of the National Combat Aircraft KAAN was praised in the German media, noting that KAAN was a historical turning point. The news also emphasized that for President Erdoğan, this meant a victory against the USA. In the German media, the National Combat Aircraft KAAN was praised for its first flight. In the news titled, "This turning point indicates Turkey's rise as a fighter jet country," in the German Welt newspaper, it was stated that KAAN successfully completed its first flight. And for Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, this meant a victory against the USA. It was stated in the news that Turkey is making increasing efforts for self-sufficiency in the production of modern warplanes, and that this is a historical turning point for the rapidly growing defense industry. It was stated that the twin-engine fighter jet is a model called the fifth generation and has stealth features, so it is difficult to detect by radar. It was pointed out that Turkey aims to be one of the few countries in the world that has the entire value chain for modern warplane production, from technology to infrastructure, knowledge and employees with production capabilities. And for this purpose, modern sensors, radars, and other weapon technologies have been developed in various Turkish companies. It was emphasized in the news that KAAN is expected to fully or partially replace the US F-16 model in the Turkish Air Force by 2030. In the News on Aviation website flagship, it was stated that KAAN is Turkey's beacon of hope and the new fighter plane in the sky. It was reported that the Turkish National Combat Aircraft, with secret features, made its first successful flight. It was noted that the first flight of KAAN, which is expected to be the future flagship of the Turkish Air Force, lasted 13 minutes and reached an altitude of 2,440 meters and reached a speed of 425 kilometers per hour. Frankfurter Allgemeine newspaper, in its news titled "Turkey presented KAAN," stated that the first Turkish-made warplane successfully completed its first flight. He pointed out that after the completion of the flight, Ukraine's ambassador to Ankara Vasil Bednar wrote on the X social media platform that he was pleased with the participation of Ukrainian companies in this project, which is very important for Turkey. The newspaper has already reported that Ukraine is interested in Turkey's fifth-generation fighter jet KAAN. KAAN's first flight made a big splash in neighboring Greece. Protothema newspaper said, KAAN, the fifth-generation fighter plane produced by Ankara, made its first flight. He informed his readers with the title. The following notes were included in the news in which the image of the flight was shared. Turkey became one of the few countries that produced a fifth-generation warplane with the 21-meter-long and 14-meter wingspan KAAN. Pentapostagma said in breaking news. It was reported that the first flight of the KAAN fighter jet was completed a while ago. It was stated that the flight in question was made in the skies of Ankara and said, KAAN is a Turkish-made twin-engine stealth fighter aircraft and will be able to fly in all weather conditions. Ankara aims to sell KAAN to third countries such as Pakistan and Azerbaijan. KAAN, which started to be developed in Turkey under the name TFX, is expected to be added to the fleet in 2028.